What's up, guys? So in this video, what we're going to go ahead and do and talk about today is Skup. This is the e-commerce program, also known as I Heart E-commerce. This is like Devin Zander and Matt Schmidt, I think. There's some guy named Austin involved as well, but I don't really know how to pronounce that last name, so I'm not even going to try. But basically, they help you set up like a Shopify e-commerce store. They have like an affiliate deal set up with them, I'm pretty sure. And they have their own different courses and private coaching and communities that they have offered to you. So we'll go ahead and dive into that. Right here, this is their website. It's got a lot of good information on there for you to check out. Jumping over to the refund policy real quick. Personally, I'm not really a fan of it because it seems to be like an action-based refund policy. It says we have a 30-day satisfaction guarantee in place for all company products unless a different policy is started on or is stated on a specific sales page. So I mean, like you kind of have to go through, like right here it says if you fail to use the product or if you do not receive or recognize the results you are expecting, we cannot guarantee success for our products. It's up to you to put this information into action. So basically, it's like for me, it's just like, okay, so you see 30 days here, but then if you don't use it, you can't really ask for refund, but then you have action based right here. I just think it could probably be a bit more clear. Now there are 4 different products. So you have a 4-day workshop, jewelry profits, level 3 incubator, and then diamond, which isn't actually revealed yet. So what are the prices? So for the 4-day workshop, you're looking at $9. So not terrible, but this is definitely more of like a lead magnet play to get you into the next product, which is jewelry profits, which starts at $5,997. All right. After that, you have the incubator, which is where you have to actually apply. So first product's $9. Second product's basically $6,000. This one I would assume is at least $10,000, if not more. So just kind of be prepared with that. And then on top of that, guys, you're going to have to worry about like inventory costs and all that stuff. So some quick pros and cons. They've got years of experience. They have a cheap entry-level product. Some cons, and this is just more so towards the business model side. Dropshipping is incredibly saturated. I've talked about this in all my other videos with dropshipping. I mean, the amount of stores from 2019 to 2023 literally like tripled. It was like 9.2 million in 2019 to like 26.9 million in 2023. So it's only grown and become more competitive. You'll also have to spend most of your day researching, dealing with refunds, and all that can get tiresome. You have small profit margins on top of that. And yeah, in this case, there's an action-based refund policy. Now, for me, when I have to put like 6 to 8 hours into research and then still dealing with tiny profit margins, like that's not really like a hustle. That's like a second full-time job. And honestly, if I wanted a second full-time job, I'd go out and I'd get one. But I don't. I just want to work like an hour or two a day on something legitimate that's just mainly works for me after I place the work, doesn't require a whole lot of upkeep. And if you want to see what I'm talking about, go ahead and check the private invite that I have for you down in the description below. I'll talk more about this later, but for now, we'll get back to the course. So when I checked out Instagram, I couldn't find anything for the company, but I found something for Devin Zander, and so this is his actual Instagram. 2,200 followers is not terrible. His reels and all that seem to be like legit for the following that he has, so I don't think that there's anything fake going on with the numbers. So that's cool because like a lot of gurus, they like fake and puff up their stuff, and I'm just not really a big fan of it. Going over to his YouTube, you kind of see the same thing, 2,300 subscribers, and these view counts pretty much align with that, so that's awesome. I think, perfectly legit social following that's going on here. Now, he is like kind of down on views for the last little bit, so I just don't know if he's taking a break on YouTube for a little while. It looks like this is his first video in about 2 months, so kind of makes sense. On Reddit, there's really nothing about these guys. Going over to the BBB, they do have a profile, has a D plus right here. Yeah, Austin Roshink. Like I just I don't know how to say that. If you go over to Trustpilot, they have more reviews, so 86, 4.8. Hardly any bad reviews, like, does that say 1%? So I'd say it's pretty solid. And these are actually like in depth, they're not just like one-liners. So I think they're doing something right. They're just not huge on the marketing, and I kind of respect it. Like, if you have something that works, and you don't care about just making another sale, then I think what they're doing is right. They're probably taking good care of their students. It at least seems that way. That said, do I recommend the program? I would say if you're dead set on dropshipping or e-commerce, then yeah, go for it, because it seems like they're not exactly pushing for like incredible amounts of students. For a $6,000 program, they're even showing you up front how much it is. So there's not necessarily like a high pressure phone call involved. But from like a business model perspective, I just don't recommend it. E-commerce is just super saturated. I mean, not only are you going to have to front the money for the course, so say $6,000, but you're also going to have to pay for inventory. That could be a couple grand a month. You're going to have to pay for ads, because just because you have a e-commerce website live, like just because you have a website live, doesn't mean you're going to get sales. So you'll need traffic to your website so that you can get sales. The only way to really do that as a beginner is to invest a lot of money in ads, maybe $2 or $3 grand a month in ads as well. So very quickly, you're already looking at like $4 to $6K a month in operating costs, and then you have to deal with the packing, the shipping, refunds, complaints, like all this stuff, suppliers, connecting with suppliers. It just becomes a huge mess, and it really does turn into a second full-time job. And again, that's just something like I'm not personally interested in. If I wanted a second full-time job, I'd go out and I'd get one. When I come home from work at the end of the day, I don't mind spending an extra hour or two on something, but like screw the idea of working another 6 to 8 hours on something. That's just not fun. Life's meant to be enjoyed, right? And we're not afraid of work. We just want something that works for us. And that's mainly what I've done over the last couple years is I build sites like these. I actually just finished building one recently down in Florida. And this site in particular, though, has been live for 5 years. So as far as longevity goes for the business model, it just like it's still here. 5 years later, I haven't had to touch it. It is still ranked number 1 right here. Now, it took 6 to 8 weeks for that to happen, but 6 to 8 weeks for like 5 years of consistently being number 1, I'll take that all day. So basically how this works is I'll build a site and I'll rank it. I'll pick a niche. Typically anything that's service-based, so something that you actually have to call in for, not like a walk-in. So tree service, roofing, concrete, towing, like home remodeling, stuff like that. And I'll build a website for it and I will rank it. When I rank it, it starts getting phone calls. So people just click this number and they call it. I'll go ahead and forward those off to a contractor, and the contractor in turn pays me for roughly like whatever it's worth. Generally in this space, it's 10 to 15%. So how I like to do it is either take the percentage for the first couple months and then move to a like a flat fee. Generally speaking, like flat fee wise, these things can go from anywhere between $500 a month to $2,000 a month. It just depends on the niche that you're in and the call volume that you're providing. But it's a really great way to, for just an extra hour or two a day, like you can put up a site like this in a week and then not really have to touch it again. That's exactly what I did here. So if you're interested in it, like I said at the beginning of the video, I've got this private invite for you guys to check out. It just goes over a little bit more in depth as to how I do it and explains it a little bit better than I can do in this video. So if you guys are interested, check it out. I've got a link down in the description below. If you found this video helpful in any kind of way, go ahead and drop me a like, share, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.